What's up, man? You ready for a walk? Let's go. Good boy. What's up, guys? Dexter here. Thanks for joining us on yet another walk. Trying to keep Iroh out of the mud today. Of course, you're going to see him walk right back in it. But anyway, let's talk about DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, which has everybody, left, right, center, whoever, in a bit of a tizzy. So, as I said, it's the Department of Government Efficiency, something that's been needed for quite some time. And I want to kind of get a little bit of history because it wasn't too long ago underneath another president, namely Barack Obama, which cutting jobs and getting rid of things was called, quote unquote, too little too late. And it was recorded that Republicans blocked as many as 500 pieces of legislation overall from the guy. But now things are happening left and right. My, how the times change, huh? Unless you agree. If you agree, people can change whatever they want to and not bat an eye. But when you disagree, you have to block absolutely everything, even pieces of legislation of things that you might like. That's how the government works, guys. And I also have to make a couple of notes here before we get deep into this. Number one, just because you don't like something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Man, some of you all over the internet really think that just because you don't like something or just because you disagree with something, even if it's an irrefutable fact. Kamala lost the last election, guys. A little political. We're getting political this time, right? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Donald Trump lost prior to her. It's so many people out there. He didn't lose. He lost. Get over it. I know your little fantasy is broken. Get over it. Facts exist. Things happen. You don't have to like it all for it to be true. Moving on. I believe strongly with the Department of Government Efficiency in stating that, I think we all believe that government needs to be more efficient. But the thing about it is that no one understands it better than people that work in it. Now, sometimes you do have to bring in outside individuals to quote unquote shake things up. But sometimes they can kind of create chaos and do more harm than good. So here's the thing. It's all about the how, right? It's all about the how because I've been doing process improvement for years, and I'm going to talk about kind of my job here. So you have to have a proactive approach. You don't remove something without first trying to understand it, right? So you do some analysis, and through that analysis, you gain understanding, and from there, you can make a decision. You don't look at a car from 30 feet away and say, you know what, it needs brakes, it needs a new oil pan, it needs new gaskets on your valve covers. You don't just look at it and say that. You drive the car, you look at the car, you inspect the car, then you come back with your analysis. Imagine if a mechanic did not look at your vehicle and then acted as if they were an expert on everything potentially wrong with your vehicle. You never go back to them again. Go back and watch my previous video about experts, right? So, from my perspective, if you come in and do some of the things that DOGE has done in the past month, you would have been reprimanded or even fired. Especially when we're talking about taking entire Medicaid systems down. Yeah, it's a lot. And when you make decisions without proper understanding, it's immature, destructive, and it could just lead to unnecessary issues. Like I said, Medicaid portals going down, people losing their jobs, but I mean, the government has to be thinned out, right? First and foremost, let me make a disclaimer. I don't believe anyone needs to lose their job. Now, with that being said, what happens to the job market when people lose their jobs? The job market is already really tough. What happens? No one talks about that when all of these new individuals come into an already crowded job market. Let's talk about job creation. The most jobs ever created, and this is statistics from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and we know sometimes numbers make you people mad when they don't fit your narrative, but the most jobs ever created were under Clinton and Reagan. And let's throw out some other popular names. Obama created 8.9, George W. created 5.9, Biden created 14.8, and in Trump's previous term, he created around 4.7. So what happens? We're doing all of this chaos to what end? I really do hope that things get more efficient after this. I really do hope so. But I do not want to lose a lot of knowledge from it. Holler.